Over the weekend, fitness creator Joey Swoll got into controversy after he posted a video of himself dressed up as Hulk Hogan, celebrating the star after his recent passing. People gave Joey backlash, bringing up Hogan's past controversies, such as saying racial slurs. But when Joey caught wind of this backlash while live on TikTok, he responded by saying, quote, "If you're gonna attack me, you better go after the colored athletes and the people that are black and minorities that posted him as well." This caused even more of an uproar, leading Joey to eventually respond, apologizing on TikTok and putting out a statement on Twitter, which then brought people from the other side to call Joey pathetic in response. However, a few days later, he would say he's done apologizing because he received a bunch of positive feedback and instead relish in the good he's done for the black community. Welcome to the internet versus Joey Swoll. It starts when Joey Swoll posted the video on his TikTok of him dressed as Hulk Hogan, where he says, "Rip to a legend and one of my inspirations to start working out." And Yeet tweets out some of the backlash that Joey Swoll got by posting, "Joey Swoll is being called out for celebrating Hulk Hogan after his passing. Detractors point out Hulk's past transgressions go against Joey's wholesome fitness image," showing some replies such as one from Nosebleeds that says, "You've gotten people banned from the gym for being rude. So this dude you're cosplaying definitely doesn't pass the Joey Swoll human decency test. I don't know." And Shaq, who said, "White people don't care about racism, lol." And Aaron Yeager, who said, "Bro cares about all type of decency until it's related to black people." And Dre, who replied, "Nah dog, this ain't it. Joey, as you commonly say, you need to do better." Decide replies to Yeet's tweet by saying, "Fitness and bodybuilding communities have some of the softest people I've ever seen in my life. Extremely hard exteriors, but soft as shit interiors. Goddamn." And Leon Musk replies, "Wow, they're so soft. Being against racism and shit." Blank replies to Yeet by saying, "Twitter users cannot comprehend the idea of being able to celebrate one's achievements while also not endorsing shitty things they did." But he didn't only just get responses on Twitter. Over on r/gymsnark as well, they posted this clip of Joey Swoll on his TikTok, where people were coming into his chat mentioning Hulk Hogan and his controversies. And the Pupperino posted this clip with the caption, "Joey Swoll showing his true racist colors."
I can post Hulk Hogan if I want to. Just because somebody makes a mistake in their life doesn't mean that they haven't done good things. I don't know what he did, and he said something 20 years ago and apologized for it. If you're going to attack me, you better go after the colored athletes and the people that are black and minority that went and posted him as well. Okay, the man was nice to me. He made a mistake. I'm not God. People make mistakes in life. If you got a problem with that, look at yourself. There's not one single person in here that hasn't made a mistake in their life. So if you got a problem with that, then just leave or you'll be blocked. Period.
Surprised I haven't seen this here yet. It's all over my FYP. I thought you all would like to know as well. Gypsy Wanderer replies to the clip by saying, "My grandmother used to say colored. She was born in 1911. And Candy Girl says, "Like when I heard that I was like, oh, he's giving civil rights racism." Burgled Hams replies, "Literally came here to say this exact thing. My grandma was born in 1920. And Princess Plastilina replies, "He's doing it on purpose to be offensive and an edgelord. It's crazy how small he feels despite all the steroids and weightlifting." Fluffy Spell replies to the original clip by saying, "I used to follow this guy because of his gym good guy persona, but then I realized he hyper-focused on women and did nothing to manage the cesspool of his comment sections, and did some Googling and turns out he's always been a scumbag, so I'm not shocked by this at all. Also, he needs to buy hats that fit him so there isn't a 4-inch gap between the hat and his head." And Clan McAllister replies, "One time I commented on his videos and asked him to do the same thing to a man. I got obliterated with hate in my DMs and replies. Many people called me stupid, dumb, and many other hurtful things. That told me enough about who he is, the people who follow him, and I decided then to never engage again. Blocked." Kill Baby Kill replies, "Yes, I have made mistakes in my life, but I've never dropped the N-word. Said that I was afraid to come back as a black person as karma for my son killing his friend in a car accident. Union busted, endorsed the current president. The list goes on." And Clem replies, "Considering the amount of African-American wrestlers who had interacted with Hulk Hogan post the incident, and they openly came out and supported him and his apologies, you're likely making it too big of a deal." And Meeps replies, "Nice cherry picking." Then after this backlash and other various comments on his TikTok, Joey put out an apology video referencing everything on his page where he said this.
I owe my followers, my community, and all of social media an apology. A few days ago, I reposted an old video of me in the gym wearing a Hulk Hogan Halloween costume on the day that he passed. Last night in my live stream, a lot of people expressed how upset and frustrated they were with me that I had posted that. Instead of listening and understanding like I should have, I became defensive and said that I was posting to celebrate the wrestling icon, the person that so many of us looked up to as kids that we grew up with, that made us tear our shirts and take our vitamins and say our prayers. I didn't know to the extent of all the horrible things that he had done. Since last night, I have done a lot of research, talked to a few people, and learned all of the horrible, horrible things that that man has done, which is way more than just making a mistake and being human. So because of that, I have taken the videos down, and I apologize to anybody that I offended. I am sorry. Also, during last night's live stream, I used the word colored instead of saying person of color, which is a very outdated, very offensive term. A few moments later, somebody educated me and told me that it wasn't okay to use that, which I immediately apologized to everyone and said I would never do that again. So once again, to anybody that I offended, I am sorry. You know, my whole page, my whole brand is based on holding people accountable and doing better. I would be a hypocrite if I didn't hold myself to the same standards. I am human, I am still growing, I am still learning, and I promise all of you, I will do better. I have nothing but love and kindness in my heart. I will continue to try to make the world a better place, and once again, to everybody, I apologize.
The caption of this post also says, I am sorry. I take full accountability as I too am still learning and growing. I will do better. No Name replies to Joey by saying, stop apologizing, Joey. You did nothing wrong. People are just sensitive. And a bunch of emojis of white people. Balaki says, I knew the world was soft, but wow, this is crazy. Queen Goddess replies, I realize I'm losing money, so let me go ahead and quick apologize. Ferran replies, he's looking up at us, Joey. Don't worry. Monster says, nah, you were 100% confident. Too late. Me886 replies, Joey Swoll sends millions of his fans to cancel people over one instance of being an asshole. Also Joey Swoll, I'm not going to cancel a guy after a life of documented racism and was never sorry about it. Joey Swoll's girlfriend Crystal also left a comment on the TikTok where she said, as his girlfriend and someone from a biracial family, I couldn't be more proud of the man he is. Every day I see how he treats people with genuine respect, compassion, and the kind integrity that shows even when things get tough. This one moment doesn't erase the good he brings to the world. He didn't have to apologize, but he chose to because he cares, and because people matter to him. That's strength and maturity. He then also posted the same apology over on Instagram, and Runva's coaching replies, I'm offended that you took the video down and apologized. Demon Dean says, imagine sitting in your car apologizing to people you don't even know for doing something you wanted to do. Can't keep the whole world happy, mate. Tyler Hacker Joke says, none of these people are your actual followers, Joey. I'm more offended by the apology. Nicole Drinkwater says, you owe no one an apology, Joey. People will try to pick apart the nicest people just to get a one-up on themselves. The real ones know your intention. Don't give energy to people who don't see the light in you. Dano1010 says, this is how you take accountability and apologize genuinely. Thank you. Then Joey takes to Twitter the following day after posting his apology, making this statement saying, all the good I've done, all the people I've helped, all for nothing. I truly hope all the people I've inspired do great things in their life and pay it forward to help others and carry on my message. But no matter how much good you do, people just wait for a reason to hate you and tear you down. You either die a hero or live long enough to be the villain. Thank you for your support. I am done. Toby Turner replies, yeah, they're retarded. That's why we brought the word back. DC Drano says, never bend a knee to the woke mob and never apologize to them. They don't believe in forgiveness and will eat you alive if you show weakness. They can only be defeated with strength. Just keep doing you and ignore those hateful psychos. Andy Worski replies, you shouldn't have even apologized, dude. What do you mean you're done? You can't quit over this. This story will have moved on in 2 days until they need to cancel the next person. The only person who can cancel you is you. 9mm SMG says, you trashed your idol, someone who is important to a huge portion of this country right after he died. Why? Some people who will never forgive you complained. Don't act like we're the bad guys. You did this. And Tesp replies, should have doubled down. Started a vid apologizing, tore his shirt off to reveal a Hulkmania shirt, and then said he apologizes for nothing. Good lord, a strong man, a weak man. Jeremy Prime says, you said Hulk Hogan did so many horrible things. You didn't specify what those horrible things were. You're fake offended over words. You bent the knee to a mob of mentally ill freaks, and you slandered an American icon the week he died in the process. Goran replies, how about shut the fuck up and do something rather than write an essay about how racist and useless you are? And Jeremy replies with this picture of Hulk Hogan writing NI, and then WKD follows up that he actually wrote NWO. Hakeem says, caving to the woke mob is lame, dude. Even if you lose followers, having a stance you believe in for real is not important. Catsherd replies to Joey by saying, you bent the knee to the woke mob. Zero respect. And this gift saying, what a loser. Oh Baby replies to Joey by saying, Mr. Accountability is upset people help that people held him accountable. You let let your fans attack people with lesser offenses. Cernovich says, you could have kept posting and this would have been over in 12 hours or less, given the attention span of TikTokers. Who cares? Nobody does. This is self-indulgent therapy talk. Stop spouting and get back to posting. Chief Trumpster replies to Joey by saying, now take those exact words and apply it to Hulk Hogan. All the good he's ever done. Latest statements he's given on controversies, and there will always be someone to tear him down. That's you. Cry me a river. You did this to yourself. Poor you. Tectone replies to Joey by saying, your only mistake was apologizing. You're good, man. Aesthetica replies to Joey by saying, making gay little videos scolding people isn't doing good. It's performative internet HR for the NPC masses. Of course you folded like a cheap suit. Also, you're like 5'4". Gentile News Network says, Hulk Hogan would never apologize to colored people. And Fleazy replies with this article with the title, Hulk Hogan apologizes for racist remarks, blames upbringing. Chael Sonnen quotes Joey Swoll by saying, for a dude that preaches don't worry what others think, you bitched out in record time. Count Dankula quotes Joey Swoll by saying, someone should have told Joey that leftists don't actually want apologies, they want to be horrible. They have horrible, demented desires to hurt people, but only want to do it in a way that still makes them look like the good guy. It's why they do awful things to bad people. They get to act out their horrible desires and their ego and vanity remains intact or even gets a boost because it's fine, I'm doing it to a bad person, so even though I am doing really fucked up shit, it is socially acceptable. Everyone clap for me. Two birds, one stone. In fact, leftists hate when their targets apologize because it looks like their targets are trying to learn and become a better person. Socially, it is seen as a very poor form to attack a person who is genuinely trying to improve, which makes attacking the target even harder without the spiteful little mutants risking their ego and vanity. So they get pissed off about this. This is because they don't want you to improve or be better. They want you to remain a bad guy because they want you to remain a socially acceptable outlet for their horrible desires so they can keep doing horrible shit to you guilt-free and without risking their image and ego. If you apologize and they keep attacking you, that risks their image and ego losing some social collateral, and to be honest, it just takes the fun out of it. That's why they get so mad when their targets apologize. They probably do this shit for the same reason the school bully attacks other kids. His home/family life is miserable, he's insecure, no one likes him, his pee-pee is small, etc. So he inflicts that misery upon others. TLDR, never apologize to these retards. Double down and laugh at them. You will get the same treatment either way. Kill of Blue replies, not this time, man. He explicitly decided to better go after the colored creators who shouted him out too. That was pretty stiff-made, especially while sounding like he wasn't really up to date on Hogan. Forward Up News quotes Joey Swoll by saying, this crybaby faced like 5 days of backlash for his racism and now he's crying in the same car he makes videos blasting others for bad gym behavior. Even his non-black biracial girlfriend couldn't save him in the TikTok comments. Under all those muscles is a weak, racist bitch. Matt Walsh posts Joey Swoll's apology and captions it by saying, influencer Joey Swoll posts a groveling apology for praising Hulk Hogan. He thanks the leftist trolls for educating him. Absolutely pathetic. Inexcusable to cave to the woke mob at any time, but to cave to them in 2025? Baffling. Predictably, the outraged leftists aren't accepting the apology anyway. This man publicly castrated himself and offered his balls up as an act of penance, all for nothing. Attaching a post from the auntie with no kids, where they also posted the video and say, I want to believe this is a genuine apology, but it comes off more like a damage control. The TikTok video spoke volumes about your true feelings towards people of color. It shouldn't take 2 rounds of backlash for you to educate yourself. And Amma Diesel replies, I truly want to give him the benefit of the doubt. And the auntie says, I'm not. Whoa quote tweets Matt Walsh by saying, never put your faith in testosterone. Some of the biggest bitches you will ever meet are physically tough as nails. Physical strength is of course laudable, but with no heart or balls, it's just meat plumage. Joey Swoll then also followed up his original post, but now has deleted it. But Yeet screenshotted it and captioned it by saying, Joey Swoll drops another statement after social media uproar over his Hulk Hogan apology. A lot of people upset with me, calling me weak and a quitter or worse. They're not wrong and I deserve it, but just so we're clear and you can walk a mile in my shoes, they sent messages telling me they know where I live and they were going to unalive me. That's fine, I can handle that, it's not the first time. Then they went after my girlfriend, my business partner, and they found my sister's number and text messaged her. That made me furious and disgusted with people. I lost it. So yeah, maybe I am done with social media or need to take a break and get my head right. But I will say there's so many incredible people being supportive and telling me how much I've helped them to be stronger and keep fighting. Thank you to everyone, even those giving me a kick in the ass, telling me to stop being weak and a quitter. You need to hear it once in a while. I just need to breathe. Apex Crypto replies to Yeet by saying, nothing says we stand against hate quite like sending death threats to a man's family because he forgave someone. Elephant Bridge replies to Yeet by saying, bro shit on a guy that just died to appease blue-haired lesbian retards. He can suffer. Orokusaki says, I call bullshit. If this was this case, why would you not make this statement before apologizing? This reeks of damage control. Asmongold also caught wind of this whole controversy and replied replied to it on stream. When Yeet also tweets that out with a caption, Asmon offers advice to Joey Swoll after his Hulk Hogan fallout.
The mob's been trying to cancel him for the longest time. This is just the final straw for them. The mob can't cancel anybody. You can't get canceled. The only way you can get canceled is if your own audience stops watching you. And I can guarantee you for Joey Swoll, one of the best ways to make your audience stop watching you is to apologize for thinking Hulk Hogan was a cool guy growing up. That is insane. Absolutely fucking insane. Hulk Hogan was an American icon. Everybody knew him. In the entire world, people recognize Hulk Hogan. So this entire concept of people getting mad because of some negative thing that he said, yeah, maybe he did say some bad stuff. Yeah, maybe he did. Who cares? I'm not going to sit around and listen to that bullshit. And so that's it. I hate it because he used those terms. Yeah, he's a global icon. And so anyway, the best thing that I think Joey can do is to just come back and say, listen, those people are not my community. They're not my fans. They're not my viewers. And I'm not going to make content for them, right? The people that, and this is the very important thing, the vast majority of the people that were complaining and crying about Joey Swoll making a post about Hulk Hogan were never his fans. They don't like you to begin with. They never liked you, and they never will. All they're doing is using this to push you down because you represent something they don't like. That's it.
And Cal's Pickle says, based on common sense responds. Don't apologize to libs. Over on Fauxmoi, Classic Carpet also posted this clip with the caption, Joey Swoll, who has made himself an authority on who gets canceled on the internet, gets canceled for being racist on the internet, attaching this TikTok clip.
Joey Swoll is being canceled for defending Hulk Hogan.
What did he do?
Take a look.
Listen, I can post Hulk Hogan if I want to. Just because somebody makes a mistake in their life doesn't mean that they haven't done good things.
Hitler.
I don't know what he did, and he said something 20 years ago and apologized for it.
He called black people hard yards and was angry at his daughter for dating one. And said only rich ones are acceptable because the money makes up for it.
And apologized for it.
He said he would never want to be reincarnated into a black family because that would be his karma for what he's done and said to them.
And apologized for it.
He also prevented other workers from unionizing so he could make all the money as the face.
And apologized for it.
And when his son paralyzed the guy, he said God punished the guy who got paralyzed.
If you're going to attack me, you better go after the colored athletes and the people that are black and minority that went and posted him as well.
Deflection 101, zero accountability. Look what everybody else is doing except for me. Also, the use of colored is insane.
Okay, the man was nice to me. He made a mistake.
He's extremely racist, but he was nice to me, so I accept all of his behaviors and shun anybody who he was horrible to and made feel horrible.
I'm not God. People make mistakes in life. If you got a problem with that, look at yourself. There's not one single person in here that hasn't made a mistake.
That is the most skinhead comment I have ever heard in my life.
If you got a problem with that, then just leave or you'll be blocked.
If you don't side with racists or support them, leave or I'm going to block you because I side with them and I support them.
Period.
That was pretty bad, but people are saying I know who he voted for.
Oh, we all know who he voted for.
You can't know off of one video.
We all know!
OP then follows up their thread by saying, first of all, colored is insane. He also said he can't be racist because he bought a black girl a gym membership. Second, I just have to laugh because this man is a misogynistic, racist bully who disguised himself as a nice guy, and it finally blew up in his face, and the one time he faced any criticism, he threw a tantrum and quit the internet. His apology wasn't well received, so he posted this, attaching the tweet that we read earlier. And this tweet is crazy too. All the good I've done, all the people I've helped, all for nothing. So were you helping these people to help them or to use these good deeds as a chit in the future when you messed up? No matter how much good you do, people just wait for a reason to hate you or tear you down. This is literally all you do. You built a career out of finding 30-second clips of people online that are acting in ways you deem inappropriate and calling them out for your millions of followers to bully. This is what getting a taste of your own medicine feels like. And Dave Towers replies, all that whining is really capped off with the "you either die a hero" quote, which is one of the stupidest takes people take seriously. And Lithium Lich replies, see, that quote can have important nuanced interpretations, such as how we're all infinitely complex beings that will inevitably find a fault in someone else's infinite complexity, or how should we always be skeptical of our heroes because they are human too. But so many use it as a cop-out for their shitty behavior, ending up as a pseudo-intellectual version of, if you can't handle me at my worst, then you don't deserve me at my best. Cat Selling Soul says, and so his career as a right-wing grifter begins. And Ricardo replies, I guess we'll probably see him on some select podcasts since he's used to just making money for essentially just existing through ad revenue and not doing anything of real value. Then after that, he'll start his own podcast and we'll learn about who he really is. Then Joey Swoll posted this video on his Twitter saying, my message is do better, not be perfect.
We do. Me. Love me or hate me, I am not going anywhere, and you are not going to cancel me. I just needed a few days to step back, to breathe, to get my mind right. And over those few days, I received thousands and thousands of messages from people telling me, do not quit, how much I help and inspire them. So I am not quitting, and I am done apologizing. I'm going to continue making videos calling out bullies, being a voice for the people that can't defend themselves, and making the gym community and the world a better place, as I have done for years. Starting with this video right here.
Mike Maljack replies, welcome back. Nobody is perfect. Those in glass houses shall not throw stones. No need to apologize, just do the best you can. Danny Chan replies to Joey's video by saying, I'd rather film other people in the gym than someone refer to me as a colored person. Carlos Hernandez replies to Joey by saying, brother, after you cowered to the mob, you have no message. Torgolf replies to Joey by saying, you said you were done. We said you'd be back within 2 days. Here we are. Lucky Teeter says, you should apologize to Hulk Hogan for besmirching his name. Static quote tweets Joey by saying, dude retired for 3 days. White folks are hilarious. Chael Sonnen quote tweets Joey by saying, no, that was a scam you ran. Your message was specifically about inspiration, courage, and honor. You then revealed that you have none of those things. Stop lying. It's okay that you did not get thousands of messages. Odd thing to lie about. He then puts out another video saying, thank you all for having my back, attaching this clip.
Why wasn't y'all calling Joey Swoll a racist when he was making videos defending black men and women who were treated unfairly in the gym?
You, Superman. You're still here. The video is over. He said everything that needed to be said. Go. Let me enjoy my bubble bath.
He follows up his thread, quite a few people are asking to buy my bathwater. The answer is no, for now. The bills aren't that bad yet, but never say never. Dick Masterson replies to Joey by saying, you're pathetic, dude. Shout out to our tier 3 members, internet representatives Kiko, Salsal, Coldest Bandito, Captain Crashout, and 19 Kilometers. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I'll see you all in the next episode.